You know, I don't believe that I'm a superstar and I'm going to Hollywood and only that kind of stuff. You know, I just see myself as a regular guy, a bodybuilder like anybody else. You know, just happens to be a little bit better.
You have to become the kind of person that can push through the hard times. Most people can't do that.
People think I'm the rookie going into this fight. I'm the elder. If this was high school, I'd be a senior, he'd be a freshman.
Bodybuilding and the fitness industry, people are just really more concerned with the cosmetic, the look, and, you know, taking their pictures and putting them on Instagram and all this kind of stuff. They're not really into, it's almost a spiritual side of it, you know, where you want to push yourself to that maximum and see how far you can go. And
thoughts on fear?
Fear is my friend. I love fear. Fear allows me to reach my highest potential. The fear of failing is an illusion.
Yeah.
Fear is an illusion, but we have to have desire. We have to have something that pushes us. Fear pushes us.
Whatever you think about the most, you become this. Whatever you think about most, you get. Don't let life take you down. Get up, beat it up, kill it. Get up, just get up, keep going. Bodybuilding really is a perfect way to build oneself, one's understanding of oneself.
Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down. You always want to blame other people. You always want to hold other people to the fire, but you're not holding yourself to the fire. You just said you're giving 50%. You owe you an explanation. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you?
Start winning the day, and if you win enough days, you win the week. If you win enough weeks, you win the month. If you win enough months, you win the year. And if you win enough years, you win the life. And it's that simple, all right? There's no magic outside of that.
These are the sets. These are the fucking sets that make a fucking difference. And you know what? When people get into diets, they bottle these sets. I know they fucking do. And it'll show. That shit will show on stage when you turn around. And when I turn around, it's gonna show that I did not bottle these fucking sets.
We train 24 hours a day and eat 24 hours. I mean, nothing, there's no weather variables. Everything is just in tune with what you're trying to do, because you can just make it any kind of structure you want. And the result will be the same each day.
I'm kind of a crazy guy. I overtrain for everything I do. I'm not a triathlete by any means. I just train. So my weekly mileage on the run is about 120, 125. And I bike about 200 to 250 miles a week, and I swim anywhere from 8 to 10 miles a week. So I'm a big ultra runner, is what I am, and everything else is kind of cross training.
I thought it was gonna be pumping some heavy weight, getting a sick. Nah, this is literal fucking torture. Literal torture.
They'll say, well, I'll die for my kids. I'm like, bro, you wouldn't work 30 hours a week for your kids. You wouldn't die for them. Stop doing that. If you won't work full time for your children, you're broke and you won't work full time for them. You would not give your life for them. You won't even give 40 hours a week for them. And it's okay to know that about yourself. Change it.
Did you really lock in your mindset and say, if this was for everything, if the end state meant this, like, you know, my kids' lives are literally on the line. If I do not run at absolute 100%, how far would I dig in? How far would I go? How hard would I hit? Like, how hard would I go? Like, what does 100% look like?
I feel empty emotionally now. I went to the ring only to win this fight, but I don't have my balls.
You need to do something with your life and make it more interesting. You need to be involved in something that you actually like doing. You only have one fucking life. You're gonna waste your life working for somebody? You should stop your need for accumulating objects and stop your need for, you know, a big car and a big house, and find out something that you actually love to do and figure out a way to do it for a living.
I always felt, when I was 9 and 10, there was something special I was supposed to do. Bodybuilding was on my mind. I trained in the basement with my dad. The gym has always been my home. And I knew this is what I was supposed to do in life. I had no doubt that this was my destiny. This is what I was supposed to do in life.
When you come in the arena and you see me play, you see me give everything I got, right? Just like they named me the MVP, that's what I am. That's what I always felt like I was. I've been in this league for 6 years. I felt like I was the MVP for 6 years. Every time you throw that ball up, I'm gonna go to war.
Anybody can diet for a week, you know? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Do that shit for 20 straight. Let me know how you feel. calorie deficit for 10 weeks with hard, and I emphasize the word hard cardio. I don't care. I love it.
Because in the process of getting jacked, you learn focus, you learn consistency, you learn delayed gratification, you learn to put your emotions and feelings and thoughts aside and to come into the gym or to hit the road and do those miles anyway.
I want to be an elite sportsman because there are a lot of average people out there that do average jobs, that go through their average day lives, and I want stuff to be written about me. I want people to remember.
I wanted to do something that nobody had ever done before. I wanted to be the greatest of all time. I went 5 straight years without missing a single day of workout, 365 days a year. Every single day I was in the water. There are days you're not going to want to do it, sure, and everybody has those days. But it's what you do on those days that help you move forward.
There's a lot of people in mediocrity who have a nice resume, but they're one-timers, man. They hit a one-time deal, they busted it open, got a lot of money, but they're good. You're mediocre now, man. What are you fucking doing today, tomorrow, the next fucking day?
The man who really counts in the world is the doer, not the critic. The man who actually does the work, even if roughly and imperfectly. Not the man who only talks about how it should be done, but the man who's actually doing it.
Consistency is the most reliable trait that all of the successful people that I've been around have got. Like, no one is successful who isn't consistent. Consistency won't guarantee success, but not being consistent will guarantee that you won't be successful.
Yet someone else is going to the gym. Then 20 years later, when you have midlife crisis, and you say life's not fair, you start looking back on all those forks in the road where you sat down instead of standing up, and you don't feel sorry for yourself. Like, I made this fucking bed I'm in.
Superpower of learning to be alone and enjoying it. Well, I think it's critical, and I do think that these times where you just think about things.
Winter, spring, summer, fall. Motherfucking winter, spring, summer, fall. It's not an arc, it's a fucking circle. I've been on it for like 30 fucking years.
Everybody just loves a winner. Nobody wants to be around a loser. Nobody wants to be around a man who's lost his mind. So you really find out who your friends are. People who call you in distress when you're down and you're out, you don't have any more to offer to them. So I suppose I got to see that side of everything without being beaten in a boxing ring first.
People go, man, why don't you ever smile? There's no fucking end, my friend.
But who can be a warrior for the universe? Who can be a warrior for God? Who can be a warrior for themselves? Who can be a warrior for their family? Who can be a warrior for their community? That's what we're seeking. Because in this day and time right now, we need warriors, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'm tired.
And slowly but surely, every day, I started changing the voice in my head, because the most important conversation you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. And there wasn't no fucking, like, teacher. There was no shrink. There was no mom saying, hey, David, you can do it. No, it was fucking me.
You are not going to get anywhere in this world. You're not going to get anywhere financially, spiritually, socially, or otherwise until you get to that point where you don't give a damn about what other people think about you.
When I was in high school, fucking, oh, Lex, bro, fucking, oh yeah, bro, fucking, oh, you gonna go fucking hit the gym later, bro? You know, whatever. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna go hit the fucking gym. Fuck you.
Because in fighting, and I think in everything in life, when you want to achieve something that is difficult, you need to go all in. It's confidence is a very, very important thing. That's why you see some guys that are good in the gym, but when they get when the light comes up, they can pull the trigger.
Let me teach you the real life, how it really is. The reason why you're a loser, and the reason why you're not fucking making it, you're lazy, you know exactly what to do. Exactly what to do. Because even me, in my state of, I can't read and write, I knew exactly what to do. It just sucks doing it.
So if you're in the woods and you don't know where to go, start walking. You got to start walking, because the perspective's not going to change. You have to start moving forward. You have to start taking steps in order to improve your vision, improve your perspective, change your perspective, make some kind of progress. And worst case scenario, you figure out that you walked the wrong direction. Okay, now you can go walk in the other direction. And that's going to be fine.
Your destiny is in your mouth, in your mind. Practice properly. It will surpass a genius. There's nothing more supreme than confidence. Confidence breeds success, and success breeds confidence. Applied properly, you're inconquerable.
If you resting and I'm working, I got you. Because in the heat of the battle,
when it comes time for us to go head to head, you gonna gas before me. If I take my body through hell in training camp, you know, and I'm tired and I'm aching, I'm pain, and I got all these pains, and I'm working through that, what can you possibly do to me to stop me from doing whatever I want with you? You know, I already been through the fire. This is fun now.
Folks see how much I work out. They think I'm running from demons. It's not demons. It's discipline.
You talk about work-life balance. As a 22-year-old man, you're hanging out with the wrong. If you're under 30 years old, you have no reason to not go 100% all in on your goals. Because the true downside is what? You're in the exact same position you currently are, but you get another experience. And the upside is you get everything that you ever want.
It's about getting better. Nothing else matters except me showing up at the gym every single day and putting in the work to get better. To get a better understanding of movement, to get a better understanding of this game. Everything else means nothing.
I started lying about everything. I wanted people to like me. I wanted to be accepted in some society of life, some social society. And I was like, man, this isn't the right way. I messed up here, I messed up here, I messed up everywhere. And so I realized the worst thing that happened to me is I lost myself. I never had myself, I never found myself. I had no self-esteem. So I knew through working out and through learning, because it took a lot for me to learn also, I started finding self-esteem. Once I found that, that's when doors started opening up. I stopped caring about people.
If you show up in a crowd and your goal is to fit in, then you're putting your self-worth on the line. But if you show up and your goal is just to be yourself, then you can't fail, and then you leave feeling good about yourself because you have control over that. But if you're showing up and you're just doing and being anything just to be fit into the crowd, and you don't fit in and you're not even being yourself, then who the fuck are you? You know, you're worthless. So it's a lot easier to just show up and make the goal to be seen rather than to be accepted, because that's who you are and it's in your control.
Same thing I've been saying from day one. You know, I'm that pit bull in this yard. If anybody try to intrude, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna bite and protect this home.
I came back to the football field my sophomore year, and here's a unique mentality I had. When the ball's in the air, it's my football. I don't care if it's thrown to you. You're coming at me, I'm tackling you. If I got the ball, it's my touchdown. Here's the thought. I've done too much work in the dark to lose in the light. It was guttural. I owned it. You only have that in those defining moments if you've earned it when no one was watching. Who here has had long nights, early mornings by yourself and make it an all shift? All of us, behind the computer, answering emails, having conversations, dealing with all these things you're doing. They're not just doing it for that one achievement. You're doing it to become the person who does those things to achieve.
That's the worst feeling in the world. The feeling of unrealized expectations. The feeling of like you could have done something and you didn't. And now you have to sit with your failure. And so now I know that the terrible feeling that you feel when you don't want to do something, you have to force yourself to do it. That's a good feeling. That feeling is good. You gotta embrace that feeling. You gotta embrace it and you gotta tell your body like, nah, bitch. I'm in control of this motherfucker. Let's go.
I hear so much talk. I don't hear a lot of work. I hear a lot of people telling you what you should be doing, how you should be doing it, how you should be fucking living. And I look at him and you're fat, you're out of shape, you look like shit, but you're telling a motherfucker how to live. No, man, I won't listen to you.
Love is like a game. Love is competition. It's competition. Most people who's gorgeous, a guy or a woman maybe, love comes to them all the time because they attract love. But they never fought for love, then what are they prepared to do for love? I mean, love is at a situation where you must be prepared to do something, because if you have something lovely, somebody could want to challenge you for it. And if you've never been competitive enough, the slightest struggle, you're going to give in.
Those hard days, you're not going to want to hear bullshit like, stay positive, dream big, just believe in yourself, right? No, think about all the people that you want to stick it to and keep it there. Keep it there. You forgot about all the people that doubted you, all the people that literally laughed at you. You have people to show and stifle that you can be successful and you can win regardless of the circumstances, against all odds, bro.
When you make mistakes, they add up. One mistake compounds and leads to another, which leads to another, and they can lead you to a downward spiral of destruction. Here's the thing. You know what else adds up? The positive things, the good moves, the small sacrifices that you make to do things right.
This ain't meant to feel good. This ain't meant to feel great. This is psychotic shit. You gotta be crazy to wanna be a bodybuilder. Competing is a different realm, different ball game. That's a self-induced torture.
get clear on what it is you actually want to do. I said wandering generality earlier, and I think aimlessness is a vice, and aimlessness is what people turn to, and aimlessness leads to despair when we don't have a meaningful and specific goal of what we want to do, who we want to be, and what we want to have.
I don't listen to all that bullshit. I listen to a motherfucker who's like this, man. What's wrong, man? I'm fucking tired, dude. Why are you tired? Because tomorrow, I gotta do the fucking shit again, man. Whatever the shit is that made me fucking nauseous and sick to my stomach, it made me hurt. There's no ending.
When you said you wanted to become whatever it is that you aspire to become, it's certain things that come with that you signed up for. And when you do it, stop acting like you at the DoubleTree and you want somebody to give you an oatmeal raisin cookie. Right? For doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to work hard. You're supposed to dedicate yourself to something. You're supposed to be committed to something, not the shallow stuff, the concrete commitment.
Maybe in my next life, I'll have a better life. And that's why I'm just looking forward to go to the other world. Because I really hate the way I live now. I hate my life now. None of my friends have any respect for me.
I'm not special. I just stopped listening. I listened to that voice. This is why I talk so fucking aggressive. People say, man, do you believe in God? You cuss so much. When I say fuck, it's letting you know what I'm thinking. If I try to make it all pretty and shit, that's not what my life was. It was a violent struggle.
I was talking to a military buddy of mine because, I mean, that's as intense as it gets.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing more intense than having to, you know, engage in, like, killing someone. And I was like, man, so, like, what is that? Like, how do you get to that? And he was like, man, when you kick open the door, you better be ready, you know? Yep. And so I kind of I was like, that makes sense.
Where do I start? And when's the best time to start? And I have a very simple answer for that. Here and now. That's it. You want to improve? You want to get better? You want to get on a workout program or a clean diet? You want to start a business? You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application? Where do you start? You start right here. And when do you start? You start right now.
What the hell are we all waiting for? Start attacking life. We're waiting for the fucking stars to align. Back when I was growing up, the song came out. All I need is a miracle. Well, guess what? That miracle ain't coming. There is no perfect time to start. You gotta start now with changing your life.
You can't really give a fuck about what people say no more. Because everybody gonna fucking critique everything that you do, no matter what you do. That shit will creep into your mind. No matter if you believe it or not.
It's wasted energy.
Yeah, it's wasted energy. My first year in Miami, I was down there, like I was literally like, I wanted to prove everybody wrong. And I like literally lost myself in the moment. I lost myself.
Yep.
And I got all the way to the championship that year and lost it.
Things are tough, you know. It's tough. An injury for an athlete, for a guy like me, you know, if I can't train or if I have nothing to work towards, it's tough, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to keep a positive mind frame and always be happy, because why not? You know what I mean? What else? Nothing good ever comes from worrying or you know, sitting and feeling sorry for yourself. Even though I had a few nights where I felt sorry for myself, you know what I mean? I just keep positive, keep pushing on, and things will turn good.
What's the central part of your training? Is it running? Is it sparring? Or
central part is dodging the nightclubs and the parties and the girls. You want the truth? And being in the bed by yourself 9 o'clock at night. If you can get by that, you'll make it.
There's no David Goggins. There's just David fucking Goggins. And that's what people don't get, man. David Goggins just changed his fucking mindset in that porta potty.
And you know what? None of those things take any ability. Doesn't take any ability to give effort. You don't have to run fast to play as hard as you can. You don't have to run fast to run as hard as you can. It's your decision. Am I going to finish this? Am I going to do it the right way? Am I going to do it full speed? And we're going to ask you to do that in this camp. And we're going to ask you to finish. There's always going to be something that you have to finish through.
The reality of your business and your career is overcoming adversity. And the only way to do that is to fail. And the only way to fail is to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Because you're always in your comfort zone, you're not going to fail. So if you fail and then you figure out a solution to the people you work with to overcome the failure, you gain a lot of self-confidence. And if you gain self-confidence, then the next opportunity you have to succeed, you got a much better opportunity to do just
85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen.
But it's not about where you start in life, guys. It's where you finish. The differential. If you're a kid that grows up on the streets, you know, in a rough neighborhood, and majority of all your people, all your compadres, right, go to jail, sell drugs, right, and you break through that and become a professional lawyer, doctor, you know, pro athlete or something like that. You started somewhere here and you went to here. Wow, look at that difference. That's a life right there.
As personal as things might get, I can still keep my hand still. It never shakes. My voice never raises. My demeanor never changes. I don't get emotional. I'm not like Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn. They're emotional people. They make mistakes. Everything I do is calculated.
And this is one of the biggest things that I have to deal with our coaching staff. They want to be friends with the players. They want to be buddies. But if you don't make them do right, and you don't make them do the right things, on and off the field, doesn't matter. You're going to lose their respect because they know what they're supposed to do, and they have an expectation for what they want you to do. Now, you don't have to be a jerk about how you do it, but make it about them. If you make it about them, remember when I just said, once they tell me they want to graduate from school and play in the NFL, I can always make it about them.
And what's interesting is, and what I really realized when I was in that position, is that their leadership is a skill and you can get better at it. Now, just like fighting, just like jiu-jitsu, there's certain people that have a natural propensity to be good at you.
So I took myself from being very average-minded to actually believing that I was the shit and believing that I could be the shit and that I could be the GOAT and be the greatest and never lose it too. Like I took myself to a different place mentally, and a lot of it came from mental practice and meditation and visualization and just seeking knowledge from people who are strong believers.
And that's, you know, one of the reasons I am able to that's why I have a company teaching leadership, because it's like, oh, you mean you're not just born with this? You mean you're not just born knowing how to swim? You're not just born knowing how to play guitar, and you're not just born knowing how to lead. You have to learn how to do it.
And you can learn how to do it.
Oh, you can absolutely learn how to do it.
As opposed to a fixed mindset of, this is me, this is where I'm at.
You have to reinvent yourself. You have to create a new identity, a new self-concept, a new level of self-worth. When you create a new level of self-worth and a new self-concept, now that frequency, that vibration, that version of you will be resonating at the next level of whatever it is you want to accomplish. So this is where people don't realize you can't keep doing the same things and being the same person and think you're going to get different results. You're going to have to become somebody that you have never been in order for you to do something that you have never done.
And you're like, I'm willing to suffer so much for this, but yet we're so rarely willing to suffer for eternal things. And if my life ends and my greatest form of suffering was to make a team or score a touchdown, I have missed the mark.
Toughness matters, yes, but discipline is not about compliance. Discipline is conviction. It's alignment. It's living in integrity with the man you have chosen to become. So the question isn't, what do I need to do to get what I want? The real question is, who do I want to become?
And like I said, even like sometimes I hear about depression. Yes, depression's out there, but you've got to change your way of thinking. Yes, we're all people. We all have good days. The majority of the time, the world's a great place. You have good days, but yet we have bad days. We get depressed. Things don't go our way.
And I love that aspect of bodybuilding. So there were times where I didn't necessarily, or plenty of times where I had self-doubt, where I didn't want to show up to the gym and work out. I didn't want to train hard, but I knew how much I loved the end result. And I knew when I consistently did it, the person it made me become. So I continued to push myself more and more. And every year it was really, you know, I was, I guess, blessed to have a mindset where I was just looking at what was right in front of me.
I think you just got to know what you stand for and know what you represent and know what's true to you. Because you can't please everybody. You can't be everything to everybody, but you could be true. You could be yourself and comfortable in your skin and just represent what's real to you.
I feel like you a sucker if you ain't got that mentality. Like you watch your moms or your pops or your grandma, whoever raised you. It ain't got to be your parents. But you grow up to be a grown man or a grown woman and you don't want to give them nothing back. You don't want them to chill for a minute. You just sucking. Like, that's just my outlook on life.
And one quote that's been sticking with me by someone who's been with me for many, many years, he's like, nobody's ever gonna change in their life until the pain gets great enough. And I was like, man, like that's some of the realest shit I heard. You know, like until it's like, look, this is it. You know, you'll draw the line, but there is a line that's like, nah, that hurt far beyond what I could ever imagine. Where like, I'm not going past that.
What if it doesn't work? What if it does? See, that's how broke people think. That's how I was raised. Be careful. What if it doesn't work, Sean? And I was always like, but what if it does? That's what scares a lot of broke people. This idea of what if it actually does work? Your friends will dislike you. By the way, if you start changing your life and you make a lot more money than your friends, they will dislike you. You need one hand to count the amount of people are going to pull for you if it doesn't benefit them in your life. And if you think you have more than that, you're lying to yourself. You do not.
The people that are the most susceptible to make you fail and to make you drown is the people that are close to you, your family, sometimes your friend. And not in a malicious way, more in a ignorant way. Because when you make it, a lot of times people that make it are people that does not come from money or wealth like me. And when you make it, a lot of your friends sees that as an opportunity.
It's very difficult to say because this guy's in my life and we were two guys. He was isolated he's been exiled, he lost all the money, he was staying with his sister-in-law, he was really a miserable guy. And then with me up here, all he did was sell me dreams and tell me wonderful things what we're gonna accomplish and who we're gonna be and how we're gonna help people and what we're gonna do. And you're the greatest fighter God created.
People think, oh, David Goggins just wakes the fuck up and he just gets his shit on, he gets this fuck out. No, I don't. I don't get up and get after it. I look at my shoes sometimes for hours. I pass them. I go, I get stuff to drink, I go to the bathroom, I'll watch TV, I'll start doing some work, and I look at those fucking shoes, because why? My body's saying, go fuck yourself.
I'm training so hard, my game is coming along. I will be where I want to be. I'm 100% confident that I will make it to the top. I have the skills, I have the dedication, and it's something I really, really want.
Don't let these motherfuckers tell you how you're supposed to feel. No, it's day one, motherfucker. This is hour one. So I was getting my boat crew all jacked up. I said, we're gonna take these motherfuckers' souls. So when they had us doing this simple thing that guys are struggling with, Bro Crew 2 is just launching the fucking boat and you're yelling, yeah, you can't fucking hurt us.
It's not about talent. Nothing in this world is based off talent. It's based off hard work and dedication. Like, you could have the talent and get to where you want overnight, but if you don't plan and to stay there, you know what I'm saying, and have the proper strategy and hard work and focus to stay at the top, you will be back at the bottom.
The thing about being misunderstood is very frustrating. More than I can even imagine. I can't even express how frustrating it is when the cussing and everything comes from a place of real. I can't explain what I do without it.
Exactly, it's always my fault. The problem is always me. I look like I'm the black sheep, which is I don't like. If you do it good or if you do bad, they're always gonna find some criticize. Even in the national team, the last 3 months, as I told you before, the criticism was so bad. Looked like I was a bad guy.
The world is two types of people. There are gladiators in the arena. There are those who are prepared to stand up and take risks and fight for what they believe in and suffer the consequences of those things. And there are people sitting in the stands, insignificant jackals. And these people love nothing more than seeing a brave man fall as they feel it justifies their cowardice.
That's where you gotta have a bit more independent thought, because what are you trying to live up to everybody else's expectations and just fit in the mold? If you've got something you're interested in, you just like to do it. Like actually doing it for its own sake, that's the fun part. And do not be swayed by anybody else's kind of statements or opinions or anything else, because we've only got so much time.
And you surround yourself with the people who are supporting you, but also people who are telling you what you don't want to hear, giving you constructive criticism, or maybe giving you non-constructive criticism and then putting you very down, but that's also part of the journey. It's also learning how to get up.
You see, the gym doesn't lie. You get exactly what you earn. No shortcuts, no handouts, just you and the weight. Just you and the truth. And that's the same with life. Life is going to test you.
just like the iron. It's going to knock you down, it's going to expose your weakness, but that's not failure. That's a chance to show life who you really are when things get hard.
My dad's fucked up, my mom's fucked up, the people around me are fucked up. They're not gonna save you. You gotta fucking save yourself, my friend.
If you spend time with losers, you will be a loser yourself. Get away from the losers. Get away from the no-hopers. Get away from the negative people, because these people will drag you down as surely as an anchor would drag you down if it was tied to your leg.
You know, I just knew that I have to make myself happy and no one else. And I have to trust myself. And whatever, it doesn't matter what anybody has to say about me. I know who I am as a person. I know how I feel. And always just trust yourself.
It is what it is. Hey, it is what it is, motherfucker. It's killing you. It's taking over your whole fucking life. But that's the conversation. Yeah, my dad. Yeah, but I'm fine now, though. I'm good. Okay. All right. No, you ain't. You ain't fine. You ain't fine. This is real talk. You don't have that. So your boy's right. Scary as shit. It's scary as shit.
The bottom 80% of people in our population live on some day aisle most of their lives. It's not that they lack ability or talent or opportunity, they just lack the energy to get on with it. Now, who are they surrounded with on Sunday aisle? Other people on Sunday aisle. And what's the primary topic of conversation on Sunday aisle? Favorite excuses.
And a real mentally strong, focused athlete will find a way to win. They'll never see it. They'll never see things as a wall. They'll see things as challenges. And you know, for strength training, I don't even need a weight room.
If you ain't ready to put 5 years of grind into anything without making a quarter, don't even start. Don't even start, because sometimes it takes that long to get over the hump. If they're not ready to put in that work.
We're not men because we face the battle and we get immediately victory every time a battle comes up. We're men because we face the battle and we stay in the battle when we feel like we're losing and we feel like we're getting beat up, but we stay in there and we keep fighting and we plant our feet and we say, until death do I part, this is me and I will fight this battle, regardless of what the battle is.